Well, I just got here. I've got one leghorn out, it appears. One's in the hen house. Hopefully she's laying me an egg because I had to lower myself and buy some store-bought eggs. Oh, killed me. Anyways, just throw out some scratch grains. Everybody else is here, present and accounted for. Yep, there's Ashley and the little red. Yep, everybody's present and accounted for. Let me see if I can get to show you the water barrel here. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Now if you can see the water line in there, they've hardly drained that barrel at all. That barrel will last me a good long while. So that's good. That is very good. I do have a little bit of drip from one of the nipples. Let me see, that one right there appears to be dripping. Now it looks like a couple others are dripping too. Let me see here. Now, I don't know, it's because if I need to get them a little bit tighter, or if it's because they're made in China. But I didn't think it was that complicated a system that they would drip like that, because there's a ball bearing in there. So that little bit of drip, I guess, is not a big deal. Not for outside anyway. If this was inside the hen house, it would be a big deal. But outside, it's not a big deal. What do you say, my boy, huh? He says, just feed me. Okay, next project. We have, let me get out of the shadow here. We have a plastic garbage can. Okay, fresh batteries. Imagine how that'll work. Next project. Black trash can. El Cheapo. 6 elbows. See? Gonna cut a portion of them off. Cut holes in the side of the bottom of the side of the trash can. Voila! Bulk chicken feeder. At least in theory. We'll see how this works out. Okay, this is going to be interesting because, wrong one. What I got to do is I got to cut here on either side, but then I have to cut here. Well, all I got is a circular saw. I haven't been able to get hold of my friend who has a Sawzall, so I can't even ask her if I can borrow her Sawzall. I don't even know what the battery's here, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. I guess I'll start it with a circular saw, see how far I can get, and use the hacksaw to the best of my ability. Well, let's give it a shot. Okay, this is what I opted to do. Cut on either side, making this a little bit smaller, okay, and cutting there works great. That gives a little lip here, to help it stay in place, I guess. So we'll see how that works. Well, I got 5 more to do. from the sun exactly where I'm cutting to. So that's good enough. Okay, I wanted to try this with one of them before I go cutting every single piece, and then I'll got them all destroyed and I can't take any back that I don't use. Okay, this is what I got. Hopefully you can see that. I cut the hole a little tight using tin snips, and I could probably trim a little bit more off of it because that is a pretty snug fit. Let me see if you can see inside here. See how it sits on the bottom there with openings to either side? So I'm sure there's going to be some feed in the bottom unless I can figure out how to funnel it to the sides. But I'm planning on putting more than one bag in here. That'll do them for a good while. Okay, but that's how it's going to work out. I'm going to twist it a little bit there, but I'm hoping I can fit 6 in here, and they ought to be able to just have at it. Oh, and the girls are enjoying the chicken nipples. Yeah, I've got it. Figure it out. Yep. They're doing a good job. Let me see here. The other leghorn hasn't shown up, and I think I might be missing a red hen, but I'm not sure. I gotta do a head count again. But anyway, that didn't take me long to do it all, so I'll get back and show the finished product to you when I'm done. Okay, I got one more left to do. Not sure how well you're going to be able to see this because of the angle of the sun. It's about 10:45, I think. So, but let's see how this goes. I'll show you what I've been doing. My Sharpie. Matching this up down here. I'm looking for, there's like a groove here for like holding on to the bottom of the can. I want this so that it's just over the edge of that, and I'm making it so it's looks like it's going to come touch the bottom of the can, okay, about equal spaced. Now I'm just eyeballing this, okay, this is not rocket science, okay. Yeah, I could get the measuring tape out and I could really get it down to the millimeter or what have you, but you know, this works. We're talking chickens here. All right, I'm just going to trace this with my Sharpie. Now, because yes, I'm tracing the outside diameter, and this has got a thickness to it, and I want it to be snug, I'm trimming just inside that black line with my, where'd they go? Oh, just had them a second ago. Where'd they go? Oh, they had a nose, they would have bit me with my tin snips, okay? Before I do that, taking my drill with the largest bit that I have, drilling a pattern hole, and now I get to cutting. I am staying just inside that black line because I want a snug fit. And whereas this is soft rubber, it'll bend. Okay, switch direction. Now, I cannot take credit for this design. I did a lot of research on YouTube to see what other people were doing and how they were solving their feeding problems for whatever issues, and this looked like a really, really promising solution the kind of issue that I was having. Okay? So I modified it slightly to fit my needs. All right. Last piece. Pop it on in there. Alrighty. Now, see inside? I got 6 holes there for them to stick their heads in. The feed should feed through there. Now what I do have to do is I have to raise the bottom of this, so I'm probably going to stick it on some bricks or something. The weight of the feed should keep it in place. Debating on whether or not to screw a heavy board on the bottom. Not sure about that yet. We'll see how that one goes. That may be a remedy for later. We'll see. But yeah, I think this will work so long as the chickens can figure out to stick their head in there. Now the only issue that has been mentioned with this design from other people that have used it is the chickens knocking the feed out of the openings. Well, if that's a problem, then I'll resolve it later. But for right now, I just want them to be able to realize that they can stick their head in these holes and get food. So if they start knocking food out, then I'll go the next step and have to block the bottom edge a little bit. Okay, but for now, this is what we're going to do. So now I'm off to find something to set the can on so that it is raised up a little bit, and then I'm going to start putting feed in there. All right, let's see how this goes. Hey girls. Alrighty. Of course they're going on the back side where it's shady. That's the problem with it being round. Now, I don't know if you can see inside there, but they can see the feed. So we'll see if they figure this out. Okay, this will hold, I'm figuring on about 1.5 bags for sure of feed. It may even hold 2 bags of feed. So, yeah. I think they'll figure it out. I may have to raise it just a little bit more. I don't know, Ashley's a little short, but Ashley's going to be moving on. So, I don't want it to be too high, but I don't want it to be too low either. So this may do the job. But we'll see. I don't want to put any holes in the bottom if I can help it. Now I do have a lid for this, but I have another bag of feed I have to go get. Let me see, I'm going to move this around to the shade, and because they seem to be more anxious to stick their head in there in the shade. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go get the other bag of feed. And then I'll put the lid to it. I'm getting hung up here. Okay. I spilled some feed on the outside, so that's why they're over here. But I'll leave this rolling while I go get the other bag of feed. Move. Come on, get. Come on, move. Mom, I said move. Excuse me. Come on. Hi, my dear. I'm hung up. Okay. Now, did you girls put on a show while I was gone? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that will easily hold 2 bags of feed, if not more. I think I could fit another bag of feed in there. I really do. Which is exactly what I wanted. As long as it holds at least 2 bags, I'm happy. Now, I'm gonna have to figure something out for if we have a nasty winter like they're all calling for, because I want to make sure they can get their feed. If nobody can get here, I want to make sure they can get their feed. Of course, I haven't figured out how I'm going to deal with the winter yet, because I don't know what I can do to keep this thawed out. I really don't. I mean, if the temperatures stay around 32 degrees, then, or you know, a little above, a little bit below, I can move this. If it ever goes down enough to be moved, I can move this to a sunny spot, wrap it in black, and maybe even, I'll have to check to see if a pipe wrap insulation or something will keep those nipples moving. I don't know if it will or not. I've got to see. I'm going to take a picture of this rig and see if I can't talk to some people and see what kind of suggestions they have. That's about all I can do. Well, I'm going to put the lid on this feeder, and then I got to head to the bank before it closes. So I may be back with something else to show you. We'll see.